Friday, November 15th, in a couple days or 3 days, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Let's dive into it. What's my prediction? Who do I think is going to win this? First, like, subscribe, comment. You already know what to do. But let's talk about this. This is an interesting fight. We got a 58-year-old Mike Tyson versus a 27-year-old Jake Paul. Jake Paul in his athletic prime. I don't think he's in his boxing prime yet. I think he has a couple years to go to really get into his prime of boxing. Mike Tyson, obviously, way past his prime. His prime was in the 90s. Crazy fight. There's a lot of skepticism about this. Should this fight even be happening? How did this fight even get sanctioned? But those people who are complaining about, oh, Mike is too old, they're the same people saying he's going to win. You know, there's a lot of excuses out here that if Mike Tyson were to lose, the fight's rigged or he's too old. And if Jake Paul were to win, vice versa, you already know. And if Mike Tyson were to beat Jake Paul, this would be the biggest upset in sports history, probably. There probably wouldn't be anything else. Jake Paul would become the most hated person on the planet. Probably worse than Logan Paul and the forest, the jungle, you know. So, yeah, I think that's Jake's plan, though. Jake's plan is to become the most hated person on YouTube and, or no, just on the planet in general, because everyone likes Mike Tyson. So, yeah, I think, Jake Paul, being who he is, no one likes this guy. Everyone prays on his downfall. A lot of people call his fights rigged. None of his fights are rigged, let's be honest. You guys, if you know you're looking at it, Jake Paul fights are not rigged. Jake isn't bad. He's only been boxing 4 years. People like to forget that. But Jake's pretty good for the amount of time he's been boxing, who he's fought. He's definitely fought harder opponents than a lot of your favorite boxers fought in the first 10 fights. So, yeah, let's get into it. Who's going to win this, though? Let's look at Jake Paul. How's he doing? Jake is looking good. This sparring, it's all looking pretty good. I mean, he's sparring this heavyweight, this young heavyweight who's actually pretty good. Jake working on his defense here. I don't like this. I don't like here in this clip how he's stepping back like that with his hands down. He cannot do that against Mike Tyson. I'm guessing this was at the end of a round or something. Because, you know, Tyson has the speed to blitz in. Or does he? I think he does. So, I don't think Jake's going to be doing that in the fight. Good combinations by Jake. Jake has good power. He's working on his defense there. Now here. Let me see. Where was the clip? Hold up. No, not that. Right here. Where Jake rolled out of the way. Right here. I don't think he cannot do that against Tyson, because if he gets clipped here, it's done. It's done. Or is it? I think Jake Paul has a good chin, and I think if Mike were to hit a clean one on Jake, I think Jake is getting up from the canvas, even if he even goes down. Guys, Jake has grown out his beard. It's a little thicker than usual. You know what that means? He's preparing for a punch, you know? And yeah, but he cannot be rolling away like he did there. I do like this clip, though. Jake's signature overhand right. He throws it with good precision, and he has great power behind it. We've seen him knock people down and knock people out with it. This is great, and I could definitely see him doing this to Mike Tyson. He does it quickly, too. Very impressive. Now, Mike Tyson. This guy's fast, man. For 58 years old, he's fast. Look at this here. Bang! Now, one problem Jake has is he'll do what this guy's doing right now. He'll go up against the rope, and he will cover up. That's a bad thing. I don't think he should do that against Tyson. A lot of times when he does it, that's a little flaw in Jake's defense, where he will go against the ropes and cover up. He did that against Tommy Fury a lot, and he lost. I think against Anderson Silva too. But as you can see in these clips, though, Jake is working from slipping out of there. And I do like that. Even though I was saying earlier that his hands are down, he can't do it with his hands down. But I do like how he's just working on just slipping out of there and his movement off of the ropes. If it's Jake, Jake needs to keep it in the middle of the ring, just like this right here, or just like where were these other combinations. He needs to keep it in the middle, right here, just like that right there. Obviously not with his hands down. So he cannot be covering up against the ropes like that because this could happen to him. This was nasty. Mike Tyson going in, switching angles, bang! Left hook to the dome. And just his pad work, you guys have seen this guy's pad work. Mike Tyson's so good. He's so powerful and he moves. Watching the Netflix episodes, I recommend you guys watch this. Netflix is releasing some kind of embedded type episodes. I think they're about 40 minutes each. They're really good. You guys will watch them, of Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, even Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Mike's team is very confident, man. They're very confident they're gonna knock Jake Paul out. And who knows? Maybe they're right. But in this fight, how I see this fight going, I think the first round will be interesting. It'll tell us everything. Now, a lot of people are saying Mike Tyson's stamina is going to be bad. All that matters is the stamina. I disagree with that so much. I don't see any proof that his stamina is going to be super bad. If anything, Jake's stamina is going to be worse. Maybe not worse than Tyson's, but worse than it was before because Jake is at heavyweight now. I think he's 220 now. He was at 230 before, but I think he's around 220 now. I think Jake's stamina is probably not going to be as good as it was before, but his power is going to be there. His power is going to be there. I think against Tyson, you're going to need power. I like that movement from Jake. This is good movement. In the middle of the ring like that. And these combinations too. These are good things that can hit Tyson and put him out. Guys, how long has this been recording for? 7 minutes. Whatever. For my prediction for this fight, coming November 15th, Friday on Netflix. Guys, if you have a Netflix subscription, you can watch this for free basically. And if you don't have a Netflix subscription, it'll only cost $6.99 or however much a Netflix subscription for a month costs. Millions of people are going to be tuning into this fight. This is one of the not best, but or maybe one of the best. This is one of the craziest fights we've seen ever. With a 27-year-old versus 58-year-old, 58-year-old legend versus a 27-year-old disruptor. You guys need to watch this. I think a lot of people are going to be watching this. They could have done a little better on promoting, but that's fine. Now with my prediction. Guys, I'm going to go with Jake Paul. Now, one thing I do not like about this is that they're 2-minute rounds. I think 2-minute rounds favor Tyson a lot. And with him being able to explode and recover and the round just being over just like that in 2 minutes. And it's only 6 rounds too. So 6-2s, that definitely favors Tyson. I don't like how they did 6-2. They should have done 6-3s. Don't know the point of the 2-minute rounds. I think that's dumb. I know he's old, but come on. If he's getting in there anyways, you might as well do 3 minutes. I just think that's dumb. So yeah, but I'm gonna go with Jake Paul, guys. I think the first 2 rounds will be interesting. I think we will see Jake get hit, and the crowd will go crazy. But I think Jake will keep the fight in the center. I don't think Tyson's really gonna catch him. Now, if Tyson does just slip one of Jake's punches and just catches him, man, that could be very bad. And I can see that happening. But guys, Jake has a good chin, and I believe he will be able to take one of these punches. I 100% believe that. I'm very confident in that. Come back to this video when you see Mike Tyson just left hook Jake to the face. Jake maybe gets knocked down, wobbled, but he comes back. Jake's a fighter. So Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. I got Jake Paul. Now Mike Tyson has a higher chance of winning than a lot of people think. A lot of people think he's too old, which he probably is old, but he's very good for 58, and he's better than most of these 25-year-olds out there at 58. So yeah, I'm gonna go Jake Paul by knocking Mike Tyson out cold in the 4th round and will become the most hated person in boxing, and Jake Paul will become the full heel in boxing, and you'll have a bunch of people calling out Jake after this, and Jake will get big fights after this. He will become the most hated person. Look at that. I like that defense. Even though his hand is down there, I don't mind that. Now that I think of it. In the middle here, Tyson runs in. Jake's overhand right, I could definitely see that just banging on Tyson. Pause. And people forget Jake Paul's inside game is not as bad as you think. We saw that when he knocked out Anderson Silva. We saw it with Nate Diaz too. Jake Paul has pretty good inside game. One thing I'm a little worried about is if Jake starts to lean on the ropes, that could be bad because Tyson, he will just rip to the body. Jake could drop his hands and it could be lights out. But Jake Paul, 4th-round KO. He's going to knock out Mike Tyson, become the most hated person. Let me know what video I should do next. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. Guys, make sure to tune into this fight. This is I'm very excited for this fight. Friday is this fight, and then Saturday is UFC 309. 2 back-to-back days of just amazingness. And also the undercard is pretty good. There's Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. Great fight. I'm going to probably take Katie Taylor in that just by a little bit. I think she's just slightly more locked in than Amanda Serrano. And from their first fight too, I didn't really watch that fight that well, but I thought Katie Taylor slightly won too. So yeah, I'm going to go Katie Taylor. I think she's just slightly more locked in. But yeah, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. I got Jake Paul 4th round KO. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want, and peace out.